gotta step up. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest.
Good morning.
I know you want it,
Oh, it is
so work into it.
11:16 and I am just now getting to my desk 2 hours after I dropped my daughter off at school. Actually 2.5 hours. But it is Thursday today, the 8th of October, I believe. And yeah, we just went and did some errands when I got my nails done. And then I had to pick up my tumble dryer's broken, so I had to go and pick up some laundry that I dropped off that needed to be tumble dried. And my daughter needed some new supplies for school because already, just 1 month after she started school, she needs more supplies. So when I did a few errands this morning, I've had to rejig my schedule a little bit. Well, I had to rejig it a lot because of my son being homeschooled. But Thursday is my day where I drop him off at his nan's and then I get the whole day to myself. So that's when I can usually do filming and things like that. But I've recently restarted, therapy. I'm starting therapy again next week. And that's on a Thursday morning at like 9:30 or something. So I used to come home and then get straight into filming YouTube videos. But I'm kind of thinking my therapy is bi-weekly and I'm thinking I'm not sure the best thing to do after having a therapy session is then to like get on camera and be like, hey, blah, 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 welcome to the channel. I'm thinking that that's probably not going to work in terms of my energy. And although I'm sure, you know, everyone's like, when you go to therapy, you don't want to go, and then you like do it and you feel better. But some days I might not feel better. And so I'm going to plan that on the weeks I have therapy, I am going to like do the admin for YouTube. So I'm going to plan the videos. I'm going to script the videos. Or outline them. I don't script them, I outline them. I'm going to get editing done and things like that. Editing I can do when Dexter's here. But I do like to kind of do all my YouTube stuff on a Thursday. So what I'm thinking is this week I had errands to run. So I can run errands in the morning on the weeks I don't have therapy. On the weeks I have therapy. And then I either film after that or I plan for YouTube. So it's going to be a bit of like a hit and miss today because I actually don't have any YouTube videos planned. The video for next week, well, this one might be next week's video, and then the one after that I've already got filmed, so I just need to edit it, so I can edit that this week and get ahead. Wow, this is a lot of rambling, sorry. You know when you process stuff out loud that you haven't processed in paper or in your head, so it's just like, okay, that's how I feel. So yes, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan November's YouTube videos now. Actually, what I might do is take you behind the scenes. I can film my screen and I use a system called Notion, which we were talking about in Goal Getters, about people wanting to learn Notion. So this month's workshop that I'm doing, which is next week, is all about Notion. And I don't want the workshop to be completely like a how-to video. I want it more to be a discussion about how we can use project management systems, how we could use Notion, what we could use them for, things like that. And then we kind of show them the basics of it, because realistically, you can just YouTube that. Like I learned how to use Notion through YouTube completely. I absolutely love it, but it wasn't the easiest system to pick up, but it is the most fun. It's way more fun to use than like Asana or Trello. Like I love Notion. So we'll actually just show you that because that might actually be quite useful and fun. I'll show you the behind the scenes of my Notion. And yeah, so I'm going to plan YouTube videos today. And I'm filming this vlog. So this is basically me doing my YouTube video. I'm going to film a daily vlog and kind of show you what I get up to today. It's going to be, well, I don't know, because we're starting at 11. Let's see what happens. I don't know. One of the things I spoke about in my newsletter yesterday, so that would be the 7th, was about how I had a conversation with my business coach around perfectionism and procrastination, both of which I can very massively suffer from. And I felt like I had it under control for a while by using time blocking, and I don't know, just with the perfectionism, I just kind of like was like, F it, you know, like whatever, I'll put out what I want to put out, and people don't like it, then they don't like it. If they do, great. But I think because I teach some of these things, so like obviously I teach time blocking, I teach mindset around procrastination and stuff. When you suffer from something that you teach, or you know, feel like you're an expert in, or, you know, I'm guessing it's the same with many of you when you're doing therapy, but then you have issues yourself, right? And it's sometimes you need someone to help you. It's like, I'm sure many of you have your own therapist, right? You have supervision, but you have your own therapist too to help you with your own stuff, because you can't necessarily always fix everything for yourself. And sometimes you need an outside perspective. So one of the issues I was having with my time blocking was that I was just finding it really hard to be so rigid with my time blocks and block every single second of every day, which I've always done beforehand. And two reasons that I was struggling with that: one, because of Dexter's homeschooling, because it's very hard to get into a flow state of anything when I'm interrupted. Now, obviously, I've chosen to homeschool him. That's like my priority, is making sure that he gets a good education and things like that. So I want him to interrupt me if he needs help with something, or he wants me to sit with him and do something. But I can't like get into something that's going to take me, you know, 2 hours when I know he's going to interrupt. So I have to I've had to plan those really key tasks. It's like needle moving tasks, the tasks that are going to progress my business on the days when I don't have him. And I didn't really think of that at the time when I first of all did my time blocking. This is all learning, you know, it's all new to me, and me learning about managing a business and homeschooling my son at the same time. But I kind of was beating myself up that I hadn't, you know, done anything in terms of that big project stuff that I wanted to work on, when I literally have a membership all about goal setting and action taking. So I kind of got myself into a bit of a rut around that and started procrastinating. The other reason is because I hardly do any client work anymore. So I don't work day to day for clients very often. And when I had client work, it was very much, you know, this is the task that I need to do, this is when I'm going to do it, and I could really plan for that. But now my life and my work is so open. I have like a million things that I can pick from and be like, I could do this, and it's like really hard then to sit and focus and be like, okay, no, what are you doing and when? And that's the other thing I teach in Goal Getters, is about getting all your action steps, writing down all your to-dos, and then actually plotting them in exactly when you're going to do them. And I think since summer, I've fallen off that wagon, because summer was very much like, I've got the kids here, like I can't do big projects. Also had like a massive life change around that time as well. And so, yeah, just kind of fallen off the wagon, but I'm back on it, back on the time blocking and productive bandwagon. Yes. So today I'm going to check inboxes just quickly. There's a couple of things I need to do for my clients. I'm just going to get them done first, and then I'm going to jump into my Notion and start planning YouTube, and I'll kind of bring you along and show you how I do that. So I thought it'd be fun to show you my Notion board when it comes to YouTube. So this is the board. So I've got video ideas for therapists, video ideas for VAs, and then this is my plan. So I've got it in a table, and I can also have it in calendar format so I can see which video is going out when. I do prefer it in table format though. And then basically I've got a table of the name of the video, who it's for, what content pillar it is about. So the CEO day would probably be like goal setting. Didn't do that one. And then what month it's planned for, what the going live date is, what the status is, and then who needs to do the next things. Obviously all these ones are completed, and I've now incorporated like VAs into my schedule. It would be great if I could do one video a week for therapists and one video a week for VAs, but just with my time, like, it's just not possible. So I'm aiming to do kind of like alternate weeks, one for therapists and one for VAs, and then in the week where I don't have a video for a particular audience, I will either give tips or I will like signpost people to a different video, like a previous video I've done, because obviously not all my audience has seen all my videos. So that's kind of the plan for the time being. As my time opens up, or as it becomes more integral and important to like what I do day to day, then hopefully I can wrap up and do more videos. Also, you know, if I can afford to start outsourcing the editing of my videos, then I might also be able to then do 2 a week, one for therapists and one for VAs, because editing is what takes the time. The planning of the videos and the filming of the videos doesn't take so long. It really is the editing that takes a long time. So that's my plan. And so I've planned up to the 22nd of the 10th, and that one is filmed, and this is the day in the life vlog. That's what I'm doing right now. So it says not started because I don't have like a filming like in process. So yeah, once I have done this one, obviously I'll click it onto filmed, and this one is going out next week. So then what I need to do, so I've got this week's the week after is specifically for therapists, and that one is already filmed. So what I will then do is I will create a new like video template, and this is really cool because it basically, I've saved this template and then it opens up. So then I will write down like the name of the video, fill out all of these things, and then I've already got this stuff already set out. So this is so great. What I love about Notion is that we can keep these kind of templates. So sorry about my chair if you can hear it like squeaking all the time. But yeah, I can keep these templates, so then I can link to the video notes, which is a Google Doc. I can speak to Kate and Victoria, who are on my team, who do different things here. As you can see, I've got a tick box exercise of all of the to-dos. Like, this is all of the stuff that I need to do in order to get a YouTube video up, all of the stuff that Kate needs to do, and then the things that Victoria needs to do as well. So that is that. I find that so useful, and it just adds it onto the top here, so it keeps it in a running order, and I can just close this down and then open it up. You know, for example, if I do the VA qualities one and open this up, we don't have any notes about this, but you know, things are ticked off. So yeah, so that's what I need to do. So what I then want to do, I know that this one is going to be for VAs, so I'm going to go to my video ideas for VAs. And then I've got different pillars. So I've got specializing as a VA for therapists. I've got business confidence and going solo, systems and strategy for private practice VAs, freedom and flexibility, and client attraction and income growth. So these are all the video ideas that me and ChatGPT, in all honesty, have come up with. These are the things and topics I want to talk about. And so then I have just, you know, got a list of ideas, and so some of these will be rubbish, some of these will be repeated as well. And then I'm just going to kind of go down and have a look at what like kind of jumps out to me, what I would like to film about. This one's kind of calling to me: common mistakes VAs make when working with therapists. I mean, I could just do like a common mistakes that VAs make in general. I kind of like that idea. I'm just going to copy that one and do a strike through and do this as an idea. So that's quite good, because I've done VA qualities and then common mistakes VAs make. What I also want to do is the videos for VAs, I don't want to necessarily make them so they're nothing to do with therapists at all, because I will send the video out to, you know, my therapist audience. And actually this can be quite helpful as well for therapists, to make sure that when they are interviewing a VA or when they start working with a VA, that they can know like what could come up. So I quite like that idea. and then I'm just going to do another template, and then I'm going to look for an idea for therapist. Quite like this one. I don't know if it needs to be about a virtual assistant though. I think it could just be how to streamline client onboarding. I've definitely done videos about that though, so maybe not. I haven't really got pillars. So my pillars here are working with a virtual assistant, goal setting and productivity, and then bookkeeping, which I always do bookkeeping videos like in March when it's around the time when the tax year ends. So I keep those for them. Anyway, let's have a look. I definitely need some more ideas for therapists, that's for sure. Let's have a look. Like I said, these are things that ChatGPT have come up with, so they're not necessarily like always the best, and sometimes I need to like think of my own ideas, or just like what's coming to me and what I'm learning about and things like that. Quite like the how to prepare your practice for a VA. I feel like I have a video on that already, but maybe it's different. Maybe it's about how to know you're ready for a VA, how to prepare. I quite like that actually, how to prepare your practice for a VA. I quite like that. I think I can make a good video about that one. Don't know when that one will be. This, I know it'll be November though. Okay, this one might be October. Let me have a look at the date. Yeah, October. This one's going to be the 29th of October. So then this one is going to be the 5th of November. Okay. I like it as well that you can update these in the table, or you can open it and update them all here. So I like it, being able to choose on that. I just think it's such a good way to kind of like organize things and keep things all in one place. Right, so they're the next two videos that I want to do. I probably will plan more, but I do have a business meeting with Kate, my PA, next Tuesday. So I actually think we need to talk about what our focus is for the rest of the year and how we're going to end the year strong, and what kind of, we usually do specific videos in December for YouTube, which is all about how to like close down your practice for the end of the year, basically, with regards to your finances and your systems. They don't do the best though, so I don't know whether we're going to do that this year or not. So maybe I'll just plan like a couple of videos. But then basically what I'll do is I will speak to ChatGPT about my ideas around this video, and then I'll say I want the video to be around 10 minutes long, like how would I structure it? And I find that really useful because I ramble on more. So ChatGPT will say this will be a 10-minute video, and then it ends up being like at least a 20-minute video of me speaking, and then I edit it down to about 15 minutes. But yeah, that's why using ChatGPT is so helpful, and I don't just copy and paste what it tells me. I definitely input what it is that I want to get across and my thoughts around it, and then we have like a conversation, and then I can create my outline for each video, which is what I'm going to do in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, I'm going to have some lunch, I'm going to hang up my washing because it's been in the washing machine for a couple of hours, so I want to get it hung up, and then I'm going to come back and outline these videos. It is officially soup season. I literally will eat soup at any time anyway, like summer, any time. I really don't want to get tomato soup on my pretty much white tracksuit. Oh my god, I love soup so bad. So I'm having soup, hopefully with this bread, like fresh bread, and some croutons. That's a lot of carbs, but whatever, it's all good. Excited.
Got an ache inside of me. It's a deep hole where I bleed. Oh, can I seal it? You're like an ocean without land. Not a single grain of sand. I'm drifting on it. So cold, yet warm. When you hold me, when you close.
Just done something I should never do, and that is start watching something that I knew was going to be good and I knew that I would want to listen to, and it was nearly 2 hours long. I haven't spent 2 hours watching it. It was Diary of a CEO with Louis Tomlinson. It was really good, and but I did watch. So what was supposed to be like a half an hour, 45-minute lunch turned into an hour and 15 minutes. So that is not good. It means I'm not going to be able to probably do as long a walk as I wanted to do. But I will still do when I'm going to walk around the school a couple of times. But so what I'm going to do is I'm now going to outline those 2 videos. So I'm going to do that now, and then hopefully that will probably take me only like 20 minutes, because you know, me and ChatGPT are going to have a little conversation, and I should be able to get that done pretty quickly. And then I think I'm going to either do a breath work or a meditation before I go and get Lily. And I spoke to my mum. Well, actually, that's a lie. I spoke to my stepdad. My mum never answers the phone. She's literally, you know, you see those things of like, if you get kidnapped and they say if you have one phone call and the person doesn't answer, and I don't know, they'll give you £1 million or something. I would 100% call my mum, because the chances of her answering are literally 0. So anyway, I spoke to my stepdad, and I'm just going to take Lily up to Milton Keynes. Her and I can still do something, and then maybe I can just get dinner with my parents. So that'll be fun. So yeah, so it's 2:15 now. So I'm hoping by about 2:30 I can finish and then do a quick meditation or breath work, pack for Lily, and then get going. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to get on with that.
The grave.
Sorry about the angle for the phone. Just wondering, actually, maybe I should turn it around the other way. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to do the meditation or the breath work. I will do that before I go to bed. I don't really like doing it before I go to bed, because the breath work actually is good before I go to bed, because sometimes I do like a specific like deep sleep breath work, like where it's got like a visualization and stuff like that, and that actually really helps me fall asleep and stay asleep, which is the hardest thing. I usually wake up at 3 a.m. just bing, like too many thoughts go around my head. Anyway, so the breath work has actually been helping with that. But I don't like doing the meditation, because sometimes that does put me into a sleep, but it puts me into one of those sleeps where I do wake up. So like, you know, I might fall asleep at like, I don't know, 9:30 or something, but then at midnight I'm awake like I've already had a full night's sleep. I don't know what this car's doing. You can't be this side of the road. Where are you going? Anyway, so I didn't get to do that, but I don't know where you're going. Are you trying to go in that spot? No? Oh my god. Are you turning around? Can I just... I'm just going to go in front of you. Okay, bye! So Lily and I are going to go on an impromptu... Oh my god, I wish I could have shown you that Halloween... That's so funny, just trying to say a thought and then like spot something. It's like, oh, school. Anyway, oh my god. So Lily and I have decided we're going to go on an impromptu little road trip to Milton Keynes. Going to go and see my parents. I think I already said this, like honestly I'm losing the plot. Like I definitely told you this before, didn't I? Yes. Okay, anyway. I'm going to go and pick her up from school, then we're going to Milton Keynes, and that's kind of the end of the vlog, unless I can persuade my stepdad to come on the vlog, as he watches all my videos, so maybe it would be nice for him to be on one of them. But yeah, it's probably going to be the end of the vlog, because I'm going to have Lily with me. So yeah, hopefully you found some of this useful, at least of how I go about my day. This is a very unusual day of like doing stuff for myself, and yeah, not having Dex around. Obviously he's around like most of the time now, so this isn't a normal typical day in the life of, I don't know, whatever I am. I wouldn't class myself as a virtual assistant anymore. I don't know, business owner, CEO, whatever. Yeah, it's not a typical one of those. So yeah, I'll leave it here and hopefully I'll see you next week.